Welcome back to Detectives. This is the third time I'm recording, so take 3 technically, because every single time I hear this stupid electrical noise in my freaking headphones, I'm trying to stop that, but every time I do that, I have no idea how to stop that, so this is the thing. In the last episode, we were figuring out why the murder was not committed at the stadium, and since I kind of know exactly what everything is going to happen, this is technically not blind anymore. It's really not my fault that we blame the stupid DS game, whatever it's called. In any event, it's because the victim's costume right here, because of the victim's costume, because it was fired at point blank range when the stadium was actually in the shot at a distance, because that doesn't make sense. And we shot the stadium, it's the belt, and I don't think anyone's really understanding my train of thought right now. I'm a really bad explainer, which is why am I playing this game if I'm a bad explainer? Swear to God, that was the electrical sound again. The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point blank range. You mean the murder Miss Oldbog saw really was... Yeah, she saw 2 people, but they were separated by a distance. So that means that does give us credible evidence to when what's-her-face, Lauren, shot with the blank dud. Was indeed shot from below the stage there when the gunpowder burned. You ninja those handcuffs! How's he even get out of those, actually? Whatever. Heh, look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is, then? Well, I will! You think I can't do that? If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were just before I was imprisoned was... I've got it! I know the real scene of the murder. Now, the only place the real location could have happened was the haunted house. Because, as you remember, there was broken glass all around. Which basically means that's the only place it could be. It's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house. The haunted house? Yes, and I have proof that it's highly likely that the victim was killed there. As you see, there are glass shards that broke sometime. If we saw if we remember the mirror fragments that we found in the suit, those might be the same as the ones we found in the glass in Halloween. These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror. A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything? Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume. Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous. Yeah, especially since it's near the neck area. However, there's one place I can think of where there's a plethora of mirror fragments. And that's the haunted house. Boom! Gotcha there! Lance Amano, I propose you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in the haunted house. After that, you stole a blue Batmobile to move his body to a Wild West area. The WWW, as I'll call it now, from now on. The timing of when the blue Batmobile was stolen confirms this effect. Do we even know when the blue Batmobile was stolen? I think that's what he got. Miles, my boys, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that. Be quiet! Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps. Dang, is he on our side now? I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. Didn't we just prove that? Oh, I thought it was on our fault. I thought the wolf, lion, fox dude, dinosaur dude was on our side. Dang it. And to call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Sheena, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house. Oh. But there's no glass there! There's no broken shards in the mirror there. But Agent Lang, there was no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low. Probability? Laughter! Lang Z says, on truth's path, the word probability does not mean... Hey! I take offense to that! I took AP statistics in high school. I know that probability is pretty important. Sure, it only works when there are multiple thousands and thousands of tries, but it still is usually right. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is do you have the definitive proof you need? Probability is definitive. I don't care what anyone says. Do you? Maybe. Does anyone trust my probability? Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? Probability! The answer is no. Probability! Everything is probability. See, so since you don't have any, shut up. Dang. I like this guy at some point. Maybe. I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm concerned a murder occurred around the time I turned a ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder. Can we actually prove that he was at the haunted house, though? What now, Mr. Edgeworth? Agent Lang, I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house. Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission? Don't we need the werewolf's permission to go inside the haunted house, or can we just run and hope to God that the police don't catch us? Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth. Alright, permission granted, but you're not to touch a single thing, got it? That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done as long as it is. Dang. Take that, Lang! Wait, why is he angry? Isn't that what he likes? Sheena! I'm here. Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately. Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval. Who said that? I will put you on the stake! Who was that? No. Oh, it's the mob boss. Never question a mob boss. I just realized, but doesn't he look like Mario? Like, if you gave him a full blood of hair, and he did something with stupid ears, and he probably looked like Mario. I like that. But it's only the mustache and nose that I got that from, to be honest. Mr. Amano? Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this. What is this? Sheena! It's the deed to the haunted house. What? The deed? Read it out loud! Gatewater Land Inc. hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Amano for the lump sum. Whoa! That's a lot of money for a stupid house. I never trusted this mob boss. I never trusted him at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Never trust the mob boss. King, when did you? I ran into the owner of the park earlier and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. Wait a minute. Don't tell me that was... Oh, that's right. This disgusting secret... Hey! That was from a friend! Only we can call it disgusting! I don't have any more use for it, so you can have it back now. You used the ransom money? My Lance is a good boy. Even... I apologize! Kidnapping. This is how many times I have to watch this stupid scene. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are. So if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Someone tells me he's not giving us permission. Discuss. What's there to discuss? Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course. That's not how the law works. We can easily get a permit or something to check that thing out. While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. At least he loves his... At least the mob boss cares about his student, I guess. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. Stop doing that with your teeth. It's gonna kill you someday. And Miles, you should hurry on home now before I really lose my temper. Yeah, he's gonna have the mob after you. Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will never be lost. Or will never be found out. Synonyms, you know? So I swear to God, if this doesn't work this time, I'm not even going to worry about it. Alright, so... I know it's kind of early because it's already 9:10, but this is Neon 362, and next episode we're going to see the saved all the clear data and all that shit, and in this episode, and I hope you liked it. Please subscribe, do this good stuff, and I'll see you all next time.